Good morning to one and all. Today, as a part of the subject Linux internals, I would like to discuss a topic called pipes and input redirection. Myself, Karan Singh, IT 5th semester. First, redirecting the standard input. The command more less than the symbol my file. This tells the more command to take its standard input from the file named my file instead of from the keyboard or some other file. Remember, even when stdin is the keyboard, it is still seen as a file. The more common of the two, greater than symbol, redirects the output of a command into a file. Output of the command is inserted into the file, that is the standard, that is it changes standard output. An example of this is ls/bin greater than my file. That means the output of the command is being changing the output actually existing in that file name called my file. Redirecting standard error. If we want to get the output and any error messages to go to the same place, we can do that using the same example with ls. The command would be ls/bin/gmo, that means the file, and greater than \temp/junk 2 greater than and 1. The new part of the command is 2 greater than and 1, which says that the file descriptor 2 is standard error should go to the same place as the file descriptor 1 standard output by changing the command slightly. ls/bin/gmo greater than \temp/junk 2 greater than \temp/errors. We can tell the shell to send any errors somewhere else, someplace else. Here if we observe that standard input is considered as keyboard and output is monitor, and the error is also shown in the monitor. The redirection with command 2 greater than error file, standard input, standard output we are getting, and standard error is as the error file is generated and is shown out. Pipes. If we consider the pipes, the most commonly used character is pipe symbol, which is referred to as a pipe symbol or simply pipe. This enables you to pass the output of one command to the input of another. For example, say you would like to do a long directory listing of the bin directory. If you type ls/pipe symbol and then press enter, the name passes by much too fast for you to read. When the display finally stops, all you see is the last 20 entries or so. If instead we run the command ls/l/pipe symbol /more, the output of the ls command will be piped through more, because we give the pipe symbol before the more. In this way, we can scan through the list a screenful at a time. That means we can see without, in the previous step the flashing was too fast such that we cannot read anything except the last 20 entries, but here after the a page full of entries are being visible, then it will stop, and after seeing that it will go to the next. Redirection can also be combined with pipes like this: sort less than names pipe symbol head, or ps/grep sh greater than ps.save. Here we can see that the redirection is combined with pipes. In the first example, the standard input of the sort command is redirected to the point to the file names. Its output is then passed to the pipe. The standard input of the head command also comes from the pipe. This would be same as the command sort names pipe head, which we can see here. In the second example, the ps command, that is nothing but process status, is piped through grep, and all the output is redirected to the file ps.save. If we want to redirect a standard error, we can have the similar syntax, that is command to greater than file. It is possible to input multiple commands on the same command line. This can be accomplished by using a semicolon between commands. I have used this on occasion to create command lines like this. See, semicolon, if you input the semicolon, multiple lines are been inputted. Man bash pipe symbol colon call b greater than man dot temp. Here we are giving another input vi man dot temp. In between, separating the two inputs with semicolon. This should be remembered. Rm man dot tmp. That means remember man dot temp. This command redirects the output of the man page for bash into the file man.temp. The pipe through call B is necessary because of the way the man pages are formatted. Next, we are brought into the VI editor with the file man.temp. After I exit VI, the command continues and removes my temporary file man.temp. After about the third time of doing this, it got pretty monotonous. So I created a shell script to do this for me. I will talk more about shell scripts later. Thank you.